It's Deshaun Watson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Falcons and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup. This is one of those games that old school guys dream about.
Absolutely, and count me among those guys because we got the #1 rushing offense in the league taking on the #1 defense in the league. And that, to me, says this is going to be a hard-hitting game.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Allen going to keep it again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Fucking pick, boy.
It's time to work. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. Be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Now Watson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Room here to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air, Allen. That's complete. It's down Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. first and 10. And he works free. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And Walker has it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now an option play on 2nd down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
I love you, Daddy.
A line of scrimmage.
Are you, Brad? Be safe, Mo.
As they get ready for 2nd and goal. Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fairbairn able to pull this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
All right, bro. Be safe, Mo. Love you, Mo.
But ultimately, they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same. But the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Oh, he bowls over him. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Down to Fournette.
And who wants to sleep?
A gain of 3 last play. This time they did and pick up 6.
It's fucking lit.
For every yard
You want
on
to
that
stick?
run, shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham as the 1st half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the 1st half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Allen going to throw. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A final shot before half for Allen. That is caught. It's Chris
Oh, my God.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Yeah, Coach, do.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter.
Turn the light on so you can see where you pinned that, bruh.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will
wash your hands.
The 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Watson, off play action. And that's off the mark, incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one around the line of scrimmage.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Allen going to keep it again. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this returnable for Rager. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. He completes this to Walker. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Allen to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on third and inches. Now Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. If nothing else, you see a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. On second down, ETN once more. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Watson. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 64 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. This is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. Watson's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing now, Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd and a long way to go. Watson, that's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the red zone now, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches.
Touchdown, Falcons! Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Falcons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little. I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.